As you say, this is the famous coffee espresso Neapolitan every morning I take this because the espresso is well known in America too. And the only thing is this, that the Americans is a problem. They don't know that espresso is not sugar. You cannot put sugar in the espresso, because if you put sugar in espresso, you commit the crime against humanity. The espresso in Neapolitan, and I try everything. But you know what I do? In America, we have this famous tradition. Arrest, citizen arrest. So when I go to Zibetto with a coffee shop near my house, when some American put sugar in the espresso, I exercise my power, citizen arrest, and I arrest him for crime against humanity.
This is my friend, Franco Zerlinga, who has been in New York since 1967. Franco, tell us, why did you come here?
Okay. Now, the most interesting things about Neapolitan, the first interesting things, I have a friend of mine who I love so much. His name is Vincenzo. And he and I, we have a great spirit about everything. Because he was born in America, but after a few years, I think we were very young, he went back to Italy. This way he studied. And after he came back, when he was 18, he came back as an American citizen, because he was born in America. Why it's important? Because if you're in America, especially like me, when I was 25, I came here, you keep your identity and don't start to become American or imitate the value of American. You can understand better America. We came here because we are in 67, 68. We are young, and we are against the war in Vietnam. This way, we came in America to study and to enjoy. But after that, you say for 58 years. And I came here after I studied at the University of Urbino, History of Philosophy, laureato there. I studied at the Gregorian University, Social Science, Theology with the Jesuit. I studied in America, Fordham University, Columbia University, etc., etc. And the Jesuit, I studied Social Science at the Jesuit. And the beautiful things about the Jesuit for me was, they always told me, read every book that is forbidden by the Catholic Church. This way you open up your mind. that was something very, very interesting. But I am very grateful to the Jesuits, because they teach us critical thinking. They don't impose us, never talk about God, except that there was one professor in theology who said a good theologian is a good atheist. I'm saying it was very interesting. And also I buy a lot of books, and I have an addiction. But my son, wonderful Generation Z, forbidden me to take off Amazon from my iPhone, because he said, no, you buy too many books, and that's true. This is my apartment. I live in the Maurice, that is a well-known apartment building in New York, in 58th Street, with my wife for 40 years. And, I am a Neapolitan. My wife was from Switzerland. And I was a political activist, and my wife was a president of UBS Bank. This was very good because we accept each other. So the base of law was acceptance. And she died 10 years ago for pancreatic cancer. And my life is spent with the books, because I teach. I was a cultural attaché in the Italian embassy, and that I met a wonderful human being, Vincenzo. And it was very interesting. After I went to teach at the New York University, and my passion is the history of America, and so I know America very well. For 58 years, I'm in New York, and I came here to study in New York. I was not a an immigrant. I am citizen, American citizen now, but we American, really, we believe that our country is a continuous experiment, American experiment. You don't find a good historian, American historian, who say American civilization. We don't. We are American experiment. Manhattan is, first of all, it's an island. In this way, I had a friend of mine who always saying, oh, born in Manhattan. He said, one day I will retire in an island. I said, Alfredo, you were born in an island. It's Manhattan. it's Manhattan, it's an island. But it's an island small, but it's 1.5 million people. That's the thing. It's a lot of people in Manhattan. And the best guide of Manhattan is written by a writer of the 13th century, Dante Alighieri. L'Inferno of Dante. This is the best guide of Manhattan. You find everybody there. Everybody you find in Inferno of Dante, find Manhattan. You find sex trafficking, you find everything. That's the beautiful thing about Manhattan. But if you have an idea in Manhattan, and you are able to put on the paper, one piece of paper, and that idea convince investors that they can invest money on that project, you will be successful. That's Manhattan. Where is the pizza napoletana comes from? It's a very interesting story because the pizza napoletana came, the flour in Naples, we put together the pizza with little fire, and suddenly somebody told Queen Margherita that they were having this wonderful pizza. They went to the famous Capodimonte house of the Queen of Naples, and they created the pizza. How do you call this pizza? We call it pizza margherita pizza, and that's why we have the margherita. I was one of the founder of LGBT New York, and I am straight. but that was very important. I was fighting against putting away the police when they attack the Stonewall. But there was in New York, as always, there was a bar owned by the mafia. It was called Stonewall on Sherman Square, where the gay people would go there. And suddenly the police arrived at the bar, Stonewall Bar, and they were the Stonewall, and they tried to arrest gay people. So we, straight people, we will go there and we stop the police and we say, you cannot arrest us because we are straight and you cannot arrest people. The other side was very interesting that the mafia was very upset about it because they were saying to the police, why you come here when we make a deal with you, we give always we give some money for you to don't come here and you won't arrest. But at the same time, that's why it's so beautiful America, because it's a contradiction. Same time, the mafia was against gay people, but they have the bar for gay people. That's what was incredible. I saw my wife dying, and since then I have not fear of death. I don't have fear anymore. And after I asked a friend of mine, Amedeo, who is also from Naples, and he said that his friend, his partner, died, and also he lost the fear of death. And this is very important because it gives us some. And also another thing that I find out about my age now is to be happy. I never was so happy in my life. And happiness is to make you to learn more and more, understand your life, and understand the history and the context. And especially studying history, you realize that the digital age is completely different from our age. Every day is more present for, and also another wonderful thing that happened to me at my age is that I call up 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine, professor at Princeton, and the son answered and said, Franco, Pap died 6 months ago. So more and more, my friend Paula Weinstein, a famous producer, wonderful, I opened up the New York Times obituary and find that Paula Weinstein dies, 75. So there is some kind of still that suddenly you start to feel very strange. But the people are kind to us. All the people are the generations. They are very kind with us. They understand us. They help us. They are very, very interesting. And that's something that when I was young, we were not, because there was no many old people. I never met in New York a young man or a young woman who is nasty to me. Never, never, never. They always try to help, and that's great. That's why I hope that Generation Z change the world.
So, Franco, let me ask you another question. Do you still hope to meet someone?